4, 3.
Good evening. It is Thursday, November 8th, 2018. The time is 6 p.m. Calling to order our City Council. We will have an invocation and pledge of allegiance. Please rise if you wish for our invocation. Heavenly Father, we ask that you guide us this evening, that we might do what is best for the community as a whole regarding our agenda. We ask that you watch over our employees. We ask that you watch over our citizens. We ask that you watch over our military, whether they are here or overseas. We ask that you lay a healing hand on those that are in need in our country at this time. We ask these things in your name. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Doug. I know. I saved my scoot.
We have Mike Delancey here, Lance Corporal, and then we have First Sergeant William Bodette, also known as Bo. Whereas the United States Marine Corps, by resolution of Continental Congress on November 10, 1775, whereas the United States Marine Corps has served our nation with distinction from the Battle of Trenton to the Battle of Baghdad, and whereas the United States Marine Corps and Marine Corps Reserve have provided many Floridians with vocational and educational opportunities, as well as valuable life lessons in courage, discipline, and teamwork. Whereas that it is fitting on the 243rd birthday of the United States Marine Corps to honor the men and women who have served and sacrificed as United States Marines. Now, therefore, I, Sandra Lee Bradbury, Mayor of the City of Pinellaspark, Florida, and on behalf of the entire City Council, do hereby proclaim November 10th, 2018 as United States Marine Corps Day, in commemoration of the Marines' 243rd birthday, and urge the citizens to recognize the importance of the significance of their contribution as United States Marines and continue to make in the American way of life. And witness, I had set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Pinellaspark, Florida, to be affixed on the 8th day of November 2018. So with this, I want to present this to Bo and Mike. I want to say a big thank you to both of you guys. They were raised here in Pinellaspark and served our country well and have come back and are still giving back to the community every day. And a little reminder, we have the Wounded Warriors football game tomorrow, yes, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a wonderful event. We want to just give a big shout out for that tomorrow. It doesn't matter of their abilities. You ought to see them play football. It's something else. So, and thank Bo for his service to our country. As a first sergeant, I know that he also trained Marines over in Paris Island and served his country well. So thank you both. Thank you. And pictures.
Sandra, Bo doesn't look it, but he's a wounded warrior too. How much steel you got in your body, Bo?
He was talking about Bo not only is a veteran with the Marines, he's also a Purple Heart recipient.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you for reminding me about that. Thank you. And one more picture with Shelley.
Okay.
You guys want to say anything? No. Yeah, you got some more of the events.
Yeah. I did want to say, going through what we've been through and coming back, it's this great city that provides the opportunity for service members to continue on the fight and get back into our community. And I've been blessed to work with you guys to develop the Wounded Warriors Abilities Ranch at Dr. Laurie Park. Thank you all for providing that opportunity, and I'm glad that I'm able to be tip of the spear like Marines usually are. Thank you.
I know we have a couple other Marines in the audience here tonight. One of them's not going to stand up. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. And just want to add one more item. I was, and I'm going to use this word very much so, I was blessed this morning to be invited over to Lockheed Martin. That company not only celebrates Veterans Day every day, they have, I lost count, but they have a huge amount of veterans that work for Lockheed Martin here in Pinellas Park. They honored them this morning with a breakfast. And I read a proclamation about Veterans Day, saying thank you to them. After the breakfast was over, the men and women came by to say thank you to me for reading the proclamation and honoring them. And it just goes to show you what the military is all about. They're all about giving back to their country. So I want to say thank you again. And please don't forget Veterans Day on Sunday, but please don't forget it every day. We're also here to recognize pancreatic cancer. Thank you. Whereas pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers and has a survival rate of less than 6%. Whereas in 2018, an established 55,000 will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in the United States. Whereas approximately 3,200 deaths will occur in the state of Florida from pancreatic cancer. Whereas the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network is a national organization serving the pancreatic cancer community here in Pinellas Park and nationwide. Now, therefore, I, Sandra Lee Bradbury, Mayor of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, and on behalf of the entire City Council, do hereby proclaim November as Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month and urge the citizens to join in the activities that will increase awareness and prevention of pancreatic cancer. In witness, I set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, to be affixed on this 8th day of November, 2018. Thank you very much. And would you like to talk about some of the activities that are going to be going on?
Well, we have a big fundraising event every year, and this year it's in February. It's our Purple Stride 5K walk, 5K run. I myself, I'm a 7-year survivor. There's not many of me around. We usually have sometimes up to 10 to 12 people show up at our proclamations, and it's hard to find people sometimes. It's such a terrible disease. I can just tell you from my personal standpoint is I've had 4 reoccurrences, been on chemo on and off for 5 years, and I'm a lucky one because most people don't make it through the first year. So I always like to give the message, and the mayor mentioned it, awareness. One of the biggest things we need is we need people who are survivors so they can do test trials. Because without that, there'll never be a significant advancement in any type of treatment for this deadly cancer. It's already the second leading killing cancer in the state of Florida. It will be the third leading killing cancer in the United States by 2020. The survival rate was 4% when I was first diagnosed, and it's up to 9% now. I can just tell you there's treatments I've had that weren't around when I was first diagnosed. So there's little differences in chemo and that, but until they do find something significant. So I could tell everyone here, you meet anyone or a family member who you learn has just been diagnosed, All I'm saying is before they start any treatment, tell them to seek out a test trial. They'll still get the standard treatment, what's available, but they need those people on test trials who've had nothing already, and they just start from the beginning. And we are so fortunate to have Moffitt in our backyard. Trust me, they're one of the leaders. You can hear about the biggest places in the country, MD Anderson, all the ones up north. But you know what, Moffitt really holds the water for it too. They're wonderful. We're very fortunate to have them. So thank you very much. These mean so much for us and the awareness. And we'll send more information out as we usually do about our Purple Stride. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Should let you go by first. Once again, thank you to Bo and Shelley for coming out, and Mike for coming out as well. And thank you to all of our veterans that are here this evening and the ones that are at home. We have two students from St. Petersburg College here this evening. We have Stacy, who will be speaking on item C8, and we have David, who is here as well, continuing their education, and we thank them for coming out this evening. Quasi-judicial, yes?
Real dissent, so I don't have to really worry about that.
All righty. This one isn't, right?
No, it's not.
Okay. Moving on to, is there anybody in the audience that would like to come up and speak on any item that is not on our agenda this evening? Seeing none. Moving on to Section 2, approval of minutes. Councilmember Butler.
Madam Mayor, I make a motion we approve the regular council minutes of October 25th, 2018 as on file in the city clerk's office.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any discussion by City Council on this item? Seeing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Section 3 is public hearings, and we have none this evening. Moving on to Section 4, consent agenda items.
Item C1, authorization for the mayor to sign a contract for purchase of real property located at 6001 105th Avenue North from Kevin and Valerie Nowakowski in the amount of $3,472 plus closing costs, subject to closing documents being acceptable to the city attorney. Item C2 is authorization for the mayor to sign an agreement between the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of Community Planning and Development, and the City of Pinellas Park in the amount of $320,208 to support the city's Community Development Block Grant Program and to execute a grant agreement along with all other documents necessary to effectuate this transaction. Item C3 is approval of a voluntary annexation of property owned by JGN Properties, LLC, located at 11510 66th Street. Item C4 is ordinance number 4073, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, annexing into the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, certain parcels of land generally located at 11510 66th Street, legally described as attached hereto in Exhibit A and made a part hereof, lying within Section 18, Township 30 South, Range 16 East, Pinellas County, Florida, providing for amendment of the legal description of the corporate boundaries of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, providing for the assignment of city zoning classification, providing for repeal of ordinances or parts of ordinances conflicting herewith, providing for an effective date. Item C5 is to approve the voluntary annexation of 2.26 acres, more or less, of commercial property owned by Kriker and Janice Mordain, located at 11109 66th Street. Item C6 is ordinance number 4074, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, annexing into the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, certain parcels of land generally located at 11109 66th Street, legally described as attached hereto in Exhibit A and made a part hereof, lying within Section 17, Township 30 South, Range 16 East, Pinellas County, Florida, providing for amendment of the legal description of the corporate boundaries of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, providing for the assignment of city zoning classification, providing for repeal of ordinances or parts of ordinances conflicting herewith, providing for an effective date. Item C7 is ordinance number 4075, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, adopting an amended master plan controlling development of a residential planned unit development, RPUD, with underlying R6 multifamily residential commercial zoning on a certain parcel of land generally located at 4190 76th Avenue, and more particularly described in Exhibit A, which is attached hereto and made a part thereof, adopting a revised master plan and supporting documentation for the development of a 21-lot single-family attached subdivision, imposing conditions of development, certifying consistency with the city's adopted comprehensive plan, providing for repeal of ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith to the extent of such conflict, providing for an effective date. Item C8 is resolution number 18-30, a resolution of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, providing for a partial reduction in land development fees as outlined in Exhibit A, attached hereto and made a part hereof, for economic development activities associated with the expansion of Matter Brothers Real Estate and the development of the property located at 7801 U.S. Highway 19 North, providing for an effective date. Item C9 is authorization for the mayor to accept a utility easement from TSE Industries Incorporated at 5260 113th Avenue North. Item C10 is authorization for the mayor to accept a right-of-way easement from Tu Long and Vin Bao Long at 4290 70th Avenue North. Item C11, authorization for the mayor to accept a drainage easement from TSE Industries Incorporated at 5260 113th Avenue North. Item C12 is authorization to purchase under Hillsborough County Contract Bid Number 16426 construction services provided by Bandy's Construction Company, Inc. in the amount of $446,889 for renovations at Skyview Pool. Item C13, authorization for the City of Pinellas Park to accept a perpetual utility and ingress-egress easement from Tampa Bay Luxury Imports at 3033 Gandy Boulevard. Item C14 is authorization to purchase under National Joint Powers Alliance bid 2018 Chevrolet Tahoe utility vehicles for the Police Department from Allen J. Chevrolet, Sebring, Florida, at a total cost of $92,594. Item C15 is authorization to purchase from AT Max Equipment Co. in Tampa, Florida, one Bower Max boom mower under North Carolina Sheriff's Bid 19030504 at a cost of $165,321. Item C16 is authorization to purchase under Florida Sheriff's Association contract from Tradewinds Power Corp. in Miami, Florida, one Tradewinds generator set for the Technical Services Building at a cost of $175,250. Item C17 is authorization for approval and acceptance of change order number 1 for annual pipe rehabilitations and a contract renewal number 2 with VacVision Environmental, an increase in the contract amount of $39,959 for a total adjusted contract amount of $89,959. That concludes tonight's consent agenda.
Don't turn it yet. Nicole?
I just wanted to make a note that on C7, ordinance 4075, the address is 4190 78th Avenue. She accidentally said 76th Avenue.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you for catching that. And Vice Mayor Johnson.
You want me to do this before she speaks?
I
Okay.
probably want to talk just for a minute before you do that.
Okay.
On C8, I'm not sure if it has anything to do with it, but I want to make it very transparent and make it so I recluse myself if it's a matter. But I am working on this development, making money.
Then you'll need to fill out paperwork with Nicole. So don't go after the council meeting's over.
Right. Well, do we need
So
to
you-
pull that to make it R1?
We should. That should be pulled to R1, so you can declare a conflict. You'll fill out the paperwork and file it with the clerk's office,
Yes,
correct?
I will. Yes.
All right. So we'll remove item C8 and put it as R1.
C7 and then 9.
C8, we're going to,
C3, C8 be moved. R1. First reading will be.
okay. Regarding, Mayor Bradbury, regarding the consent agenda, I would like to make a motion to pass, approve, or adopt whichever action is appropriate, items C1 through C17 inclusive, with item C3 being first and final reading, and C8 being moved to R1. And items C4, 6, and C7 being first reading prior to public hearing. The next public hearing will be held in these chambers on Tuesday. Remember, it's going to be Tuesday instead of Thursday, November the 20th at 6 p.m.
Second motion.
Motion's been made and second. Any further discussion about these items, excluding C8? Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak? And Stacy, will hold your speak until we reread C8, okay? Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to speak on these items? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Moving to regular agenda, item C8.
Item C8, which will now be R1, is resolution number 18-30, a resolution of the City of Pinellas Park, Florida, providing for a partial reduction in land development fees as outlined in Exhibit A, attached hereto and made a part hereof, for economic development activities associated with expansion of Matter Brothers real estate and the redevelopment of the property located at 7801 U.S. Highway 19 North, providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Resolution number 18-30 is at its first and final reading. I'm turning it over to Amanda.
Thank you, Mayor. The Economic Development Department of the City of Pinellas Park is assisting a local business that's been established for many years, and we're just trying to assist them in taking the next step for their business. And so we have offered to assist them with waiving a few of their land development fees upon the passing of this resolution by City Council. And so the location based at 7801 U.S. Highway 19 North is expanding and adding a sizable showroom to their existing business and smaller showroom that they have at that location. So we're happy to help this business, and we look forward to helping any other businesses we can in the city. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. At this time, Stacy, would you like to come forward and speak on item C8? Name and address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Stacy Tatum, and my address is 9555 84th Way, Seminole, Florida, 33777.
Thank you.
I didn't know I was going to come up so soon. I thought I could settle in for a little bit. But good evening, City Council members and Mayor. Like I said, my name is Stacy Tatum, and I'm a public policy student at SPC. I'm in a bachelor's program. I only have a few classes left, so I'm looking forward to graduating. And I was born and raised in Florida, and I have lived in Pinellas Park, actually under one of council members, Rick Butler. I lived in one of his apartments when I was like 5. So he's a great landlord. My mom loved him. So tonight I'm here to speak about the agenda item concerning Matter Brothers Furniture. I've done some research on that and a case study. And Matter Brothers is looking to have the land development a waiver for some of their costs. I think it's $20,000, and I think it's a good idea for the city to approve that because it's a pretty large company, and it will bring jobs to your city, which everybody needs a job so they can take care of their families and themselves, and also the revenue that it will bring soon enough, maybe a couple years, from taxes and things like that. And I spoke with Shannon Coughlin, who is the Economic Development Manager, and she thinks it's a good idea for the city to approve a fee waiver because, like I said, it's going to bring jobs into the city and taxes. You can make some more money and put it back into the city. And I like to say I was reading one of the pamphlets, and it was saying that the city of Pinellas Park likes to support businesses when they want to expand and bring money into the community and jobs like that. So it's good to know that. Even though I don't live here, I still come here. I just was at Cheddar's the other night, and I just want to say thank you for letting me speak, and I hope you approve it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the plug.
Is there anybody else that would like to come up and speak on item C8? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Motion carries unanimously with Councilman Mullins abstaining.
Thank you. I do not believe we have any other additional regular agenda items. So with that, I will turn it over to Councilmember Seville.
Thank you, Mayor. Had a great time at the barbecue. Really good event. Park people did a great job. And also at the tree trail, that was so much fun. And I had so much candy left over. It was amazing. I had a great time.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Johnson.
Okay. I also enjoyed the barbecue, and the rodeo was awesome. And I think Kiwanis did great. And then we also had a horse show, and it's a buckle series. Awesome. Said that the arena's in the best shape it's ever been in, so that was awesome. And we have lots and lots of things coming up, so you need to look at, Lana has it all posted, don't you? Everything we're going to do right through the new year. So you need to look and pick out which ones you want to be at and where you're going.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let council speak. Councilmember Butler.
No, don't have anything.
Don't have anything. Mullins?
I'll skip tonight.
Okay. It was just brought to my attention that we forgot to actually read the motion for R1, which was C8. So Councilmember Butler is going to read the motion.
Madam Mayor, make a motion, we approve resolution number 18-30 at first and final reading.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Any further discussion on item? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Motion carries unanimously with Councilman Mullins abstaining.
Okay. Do we have anything from staff? No. We're going to Captain Berger, because I noticed that there is a nice, healthy beard on your face, and I know that it's November, so.
Yes, Madam Mayor, our agency is participating with the American Cancer Society for No Shave November. So our male members are able to grow their beards out for the month for a donation to the American Cancer Society. And our female members are able to paint their nails either pink or purple for the month. So we have a high participation rate, and we're thrilled to do it for a good cause. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Any other news? Any other activities? Obviously go to the city event calendar. Look at the tickers that we have throughout the city. And once again, just thank you to all of our members of our military that are now employees of the city of Pinellas Park. Thank you to our veterans who have sacrificed so much, and their families who have sacrificed over the years for their service to our country. And every day's Veterans Day. With that, we hope that everybody has a blessed couple of weeks till we see you again. The meeting is adjourned. Short enough?